maybe you guys have heard about some AI algorithm which was having issue about finding a difference between a cat and croissant. So it was a old news. Maybe because so AI sometimes has a issue because both the picture looks similar, the texture looks similar. So that could create issue for AI. So it was in 2019, and after that there were different games which were created, like Shiva and Marshmallow, Duckling and Plating, Coffee and Bagel. So these were similar games. So right today, what today we'll do, we'll try to play this kind of game, and then we'll recreate it. I've created a Power BI dashboard. So basically here we will find the difference between cat and food. So it's a simple game. Here you need to select all the cats among these photos. Like if I select, so until unless you select all the cats, the status will keep going. If you just by default, by mistake click on percent, it will say you lose. And if you click on reset, you can start selecting again. And once you selected all the cat, it will say you win. So today we'll create this kind of a dashboard. And one more thing is, once you refresh this, the position of the picture will change. Yeah. And just to add on it, so this first page and this game page, both are built on the same tab. I'm not switching between the tabs. It's the same tab, and we have built everything on this. So today we'll try to see how we did it. So it was a problem in Workout Wednesday, and now we'll try to solve it together. So I'll send you an Excel file for you guys, so you can try to connect it. Okay, those of you who are new, okay, let me tell you how to connect it. So you can go to get data. Okay, if you are using Excel, you can directly select Excel, and it will ask you the file, and you can just select that file, and it will just take the data. For the problem which I was working, so it was like I have to connect with net. So we had data.world as a website. Yeah, I was connecting to this dataset online, but I created an Excel file for you guys because you don't have the login to this website. So once you connect with the Excel file which I mailed you, let me know.
Yes, sir, I'm good.
Jairaj and Sanjay, do you have any issues while connecting?
I'm connecting. I'm not sure whether it happened or not. After I loaded it, nothing happened. Like nothing came onto the screen.
Okay. On the left hand side, you have field panel. Do you see any name there?
Yeah, it is there. Column 3 image is cat.
Okay. Yeah, so basically you have connected to the dataset.
Okay.
Okay, I'm directly connecting to the online dataset. Let me connect to Excel. Okay, it would have given you this kind of pop-up. And here's our data. So just select and load. Or we can directly go to transform data. Okay, so if you have loaded it, so you can see that field name in here. Okay, now we'll go to transform data, and let's do some transformation before using it. So once you click on transform data, you will have these 3 columns. We don't need column 3, we'll remove it. Now what I need, I just need a sorting order. So I need to sort my images so that whenever I refresh, the sequence change. Okay, so for that, what we'll do first is we'll add column and an index column from 1. Any doubts still here? Okay, so let's move to the next step. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll add a conditional column in here. So, sorry, not conditional, custom column. That will do the sorting for us. So what we'll do, just copy pasting the code, list.random table dot row count. The last step which we have, okay, for us is now remove column. So we just do remove column dot index.
Is it case sensitive?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So now it has given the random number. So what the function is doing, it is creating some random numbers from a table. You taking the last step. Okay, last step was, sorry, add index. My bad. So we can just change it to added index. And now we don't need the index column, we just remove this. So what this sort order will do, it will sort our data. Whenever you refresh, this random number would change and we'll have a different set of images. So I think all of you have just written down this formula. Yeah, once we are done, we just need to do close and apply. Okay, now we have got our data set. So what first thing we need to do is we'll create our game page first. So we'll just have all these like cat and food and all. So let's do that formatting first. Page background, you can choose any color. I chose grayish color. And transparency, I chose 10%. Okay. Now we'll add the text box. So we'll go to insert text box. And just to add that cat and present emoji, press Windows and dot. It will open the emoji panel and you can just use your emojis. So for other text we can do it later. So right now our main focus is this picture and this status and this all the other pictures. So what we'll do first, we'll create this. So for that we need to do some settings. So just click on your image column. So it will ask you what is the category. So this is our image category. So you just select image URL. Okay. Then check your isCat. Okay, isCat is a whole number. That is correct. And sort order. So our sort order is not a text. It's a decimal number. You select a decimal number. Click on OK. And now for image, what we'll do is sort by sort order. So every time the sort order value would change, this sorting for image would be changing. And okay, now we'll add some one visualization called chiplet. Yeah, chiplet slicer. And if you click on add, Everyone till here, this chiplet slicer. Okay, yeah, so we'll just pull image into the category and image into image and scat enter values. Okay, now we'll do some formatting. So in general, I want 4 pictures in one column. That's in general, and now we'll do some other. So in chicken, I will remove the header. So we'll change the height and width of image to 25. Let's take background as. Let's keep background as white. Selected colors. Let's take something like purple. So whenever you select anything, it's too dark. So like this. Then images. Yeah, so right now we have this image portal. Using this chiplet function, what it helps now in Power BI, mostly when you select multiple things, you have to click control. But this visualization helps you to click without selecting control. Okay. So now what we need is the status. So whenever you select anything, we need the status change. So for that, what we'll do, we create two measures. The first measure would be the status. No, sorry, start the status value. So let me explain you what this does is. You click on new measure. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll use this formula because this is a sheet 1, so we have to rename everything. Let me explain what this formula is. So first we are creating a variable round. What it calculates is doing the count of all the rows in the image column. So basically it's counting the number of images. What Windows is saying, it's just calculating all those images which have its cat status equal to 1. So basically we have a flag for every cat image. We have a status either 1 or -1. So it's counting the number of images which have a status as 1. Then the total point, basically total point is the sum, the number of images you selected. So based on the image you select, it will add your points. So if you select a wrong figure, it will just subtract -1. And then we are using a switch condition. So if the count of all rows is equal to the round, so basically we haven't selected anything. If our total point is less than 0, so basically we have selected a wrong image. If the minimum of is cat, it's less than 0, then also basically we have selected a wrong image. Or if the total point equal to win, so basically if we have selected all the cat images, our total point will equal to win and will give it a status 1. So we just click enter and yeah, so for our first measure has been created.
So I have a quick question. I didn't quite understand what that function switch is doing there.
Okay, let's start with one by one. So this is what in Power BI DAX, you have a function, basically ability to create a variable within that
Right.
tag. Okay, so first what I did, I need to know whether I'm winning, losing, or it's okay. Right now it's in between. So I need to give 3 status to you.
Yeah.
So for that, first what I did, I created a variable rounds. What it's calculating is calculating the total number of images you have in your data set.
Okay.
And this round will be changing based on the picture you select.
Right.
Okay. Then we have win. So what win does it? It will calculate the number of rows which have a cat images. So if you see the data set, okay, let me show you the data set. So in the data set we have two values, either 1 or -1. So
Understood.
1 is for the cat images and -1 is for the cosine images.
Understood.
What this function is variable is doing, it's just adding all of it, only those which have 1. So basically now in this we'll have 4 as a total.
Mm-hmm.
The total point, what is doing, based on your selection, the total point would increase or decrease. So like if you select cosine, it will just add a -1. If you select cat, it will add +1.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
So now we have a switch. So if the total number of rows is equal to round, so that means we haven't selected anything. So we are just taking as 0. Then we have two conditions. So first is the total points. So basically our selection is less than 1. Is less than 0. So basically we have selected a wrong image. That's why we are giving -1. Or
Right.
the minimum is -1. So basically let's say you have selected cat and 1 cosine. So your total point would be 0. But because you have selected cosine, so we are saying minimum is less than -1. Sorry, minimum is less than 0. We are also marking it as a loss.
Okay.
And the last stuff is if you have selected all the cat images, so our total point will equal to 4. So that means we are giving it as a 1 as a status. So this measure, what it will give, it will either give you 0, 1 or -1 as an output.
Understood. Okay, I got the logic on what kind of basis it's working, but is there a like is it okay to say the switch function is almost similar to like a conditional function, like if statement or case when or something like that? Okay.
Yeah, this switch is normal, like a normal switch which you use in other programming languages.
Okay.
C, C++, it's the same. So instead of switch, we can have a multiple if and else condition.
Okay.
But
okay.
switch just saves the texting part.
Understood. Got it. Yeah. Great.
The format is basically for switch, after you have to either select the condition. So for me, the condition is true. So if any of the statement gets true, the switch will execute that part.
Okay. Got it.
Swap, a quick question here. If you see the minimum of is cat, right?
Yeah.
The condition that you give. So in the data set, will be always having like ones and -1s, right? So it's going to be always -1. So
no. So basically, what would happen is when you don't select anything, it won't take anything.
Oh.
Okay, let me show you this one. So here we have the same logic. Right now, I haven't selected anything. So it's not giving you lose status. But as of now, we can select it. So now this is the minimum which you have selected. Even though I select cat with it, but the minimum of these two is -1.
Okay, the one that we select, those will be passed into that condition, is it?
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah.
So it's based on the selection. If you don't select anything, this line won't execute. It would be only on this.
Okay.
Reason for that is switch works as a if and else statement as only. So the first if is done, so it won't execute. Don't read other lines. It will come out of the loop.
Got it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so based on this output, what we'll do, we'll create a status. So mostly in English for users to understand. So we'll use this another switch function. Or if we want, we can just have it in the same switch function. Let me show you. So the status value. Okay. Yeah, instead of giving return here, we can just use where status. Where stat equal to and return stat. So what now it will do, whatever the output of this variable would be, if it's -1, we are saying you lose. If it's 0, we'll say keep going, and if it's 1, we are saying you win.
So I'm wondering how you got those images in this formula.
Okay, just click on Windows button and the dot together. You will have this kind of a box, and you can just select any emoji and it will come here.
Window dot is okay.
Hey, that's very nice.
So once
But
we
so how did you get the image? So the pictures here, the croissant and
this one, okay, this is coming from the data. So basically, this folder, this data have the image URL. So I just made Power BI to understand this is the image URL. In Power BI, just download
Okay.
those images.
okay, great, awesome. Okay.
So now, okay, let's quickly round up this. So we'll just import a card, and we'll pull our status in here. Like this. So like if I select cat, it's okay. Like, but if I select present, you lose. If you select all the cats, it will say you win. So now what we need to add is some certain functionality like this one. Like you selected multiple things, and now you can just click on reset, and it will reset the game.
Mhm.
And in the next session, we'll tell you how to basically create two visuals in the same tab. So both of them are on the same tab. So we'll cover on that on the next session. So these are nothing, just for actions that we have in Power BI. So we can group certain objects, and then we can use it. So any doubt what we did till today on the DAX part or on this image part?
Not from my side.